you. What do you make of this comp swap? Because you saw Gentlemates when they were not doing well, when they were still on that Phoenix, it didn't look good to you. What do you make of this adjustment here?
Well, I think the Sage definitely on defense is going to be a struggle for Team Liquid to deal with, slowing them down, but instantly into an action here. We have the Omen, Cypher, and Raze pushing out on the defense. Gentlemates starting in aggressive fashion. Yeah,
not going to be something that's going to catch us off throughout this game because they are playing very, very proactive in this, and they've kind of almost switched roles here. It's been on Enzo. Flanks on the way, and it is well, it's the vast majority of the team. Enzo's good for one. That's Bayaz gone. Nice little shock dart to follow. Somewhat stilt the timing, slow it down a little. And he does have support as well. So we've got Mystic on the wall. Just in case he needs to swing Paranoia. Oh, he was a little ahead of that, and Gentlemates, they've got an opening now.
This retake camera is going to come into play as well, getting the info on site and tree. That's going to allow them to come in for this retake. The tag in the back as well.
Okay, Yampi though, nice isolation on Takas, but a good trade. The number's still favorable towards Gentlemates here on the way back towards the site. Time is going to start ticking, and there's that wall. You're going to start seeing that utilized. It's all going to be down to Nats to try and handle this. He's done so damn well. Nats, this guy is so clutch. And right now you're seeing a master at work. Perfect play from Nats. That's the first.
Good clutch there from Nats, getting a good start for Team Liquid. That's what they need. I do wonder, could Natank not just defuse there? I think he didn't trust his teammate Logan to protect him, at least get it to half in that situation. But really aggressive start from Liquid, and you can hear everyone behind.
Yeah.
We're really happy about that one.
And again, from that little kind of conversation they had at the start of the day when they're in the huddle, it did look like Nats was the one who was kind of getting away, everyone on the same page, getting pumped up. And if he's going to take that role and then kind of do that in the pistol round, you got faith in your leader right now. So as it stands, looking at the buy coming back in, we're going to be seeing a little bit of an investment from Gentlemates.
Marshall out, Sheriff looking for an opening pick. That C fight's always a nice one to have. Split right across the map, though, for Gentlemates, so Team Liquid could easily do something. They have the tripwire to protect the A flank, and now putting one for the C flank as well, and they're just going to slowly let this round develop.
MP, nice. Does take a little bit of damage. We'll see if he filters out that rifle to someone else, potentially. I mean, see how they feel about it. Looks like that is the case. Yeah, Kiko's going to take that one, so
if Bayaz gets ready to stun the choke point on his teammate's contact, that would be huge. But right now he's peeking. He's taking contact with his classic, and I don't like that.
No, it seems too high risk, and the chance of reward is very, very slim. But again, I quite like this pacing from Liquid, not overly doing anything. We already saw that very aggressive start in the first round from Gentlemates, who are happy to get behind them, play on every position they could, and just kind of push and close that gap. So for now, Liquid just kind of pausing for thought. They will still have utility to make this site take happen. Plenty with Mystic still. Kiko's got his, same with Yampi, but actually Logan going to find a fight, and you know what can happen when Logan gets a pistol. This guy's nasty with it. In a quick pivot, trying to give him a little bit of safety, but now I'm getting a bit worried here.
I like how Kiko is able to take control of this blue room area.
Oh, he's just going to chase that down if he can. The tank healing up. Support's on the way. Bayaz trying to come around. Oh, that was lovely from Kiko, keeping him safe there. He got pretty low, down to 6 HP. That could have been devastating, but as it stands, just on Whalers and Logan. And it really feels like damage becomes the name of the game here. Can they force any of those repurchases, as there's not much else left to do. Logan's done very well to already find 2 in this round.
Good amount of chip damage. Doesn't really help them in the grand scheme of things. It's a Cypher. Getting closer to his ultimate, that doesn't really help, not as much as, you know, having Rolling Thunder or Rez or something else, Showstopper. I like what Liquid did there. The reason why they kind of like paused there, they were always going to end C, but the reason why they paused was because they were waiting for both smokes to come up on Mystic and make sure that they had, you know, stun, dart, grenade, everything double smokes, everything, right? So that they could go in, clear out corner by corner, and make sure that they just were not dealing with too many threats.
Yeah, clean start. Now let's look at the bonus. What does Liquid have in hand? Now they did quite well there to keep 3 alive, so the reinvest is going to be very, very minimal. And they also had quite a few rifles. And actually, speaking of rifles, it looks like they're investing a fair bit behind this too. So a very robust bonus round for them, almost looking like just a straight up buy, barring Mystic, who's still down on the SMG. On the other side, light armor galore, and none of those ults, as you were highlighting, coming through early. Sadly, if anything, it is Logan's, which is far less influential. Mystic. So let's see how it starts here.
A 2-1-2 start for the defense. I think they're going to go up and try to bully out the Cypher trap and camera there, get the information, get the deep line, maybe have that rotation. Bayaz needs to get in a position to help stun this entire line for his team.
Looking at this. Encho coming in. Here we go. Let's see how it looks. Kiko, does he get the entry once? Eats the paranoia. Does he get to live? He does. Oh, God, come on. They find Nats for free. Oh, Whalers gets another. You're going to take that every day of the week. Finding Mystic on the follow-up. Now with a minute remaining, it's hard to peel away from this. You almost have to commit after losing out on Nats and Mystic. A tap on the spike to see if anyone's nearby, but no one responds. Another draw. Trying to call to attention anyone. See if they can even the score out, but no one's really playing that game here. Liquid playing quite smart here, waiting for that spike to go down.
Spike planted.
Numbers up for Gentlemates is going to help this retake situation, and slow from the Tonk.
Okay, trying to clear as they go. First man found. No trade even available there. Kiko just falls and see if there's a pixel out of place. Ooh, Enzo. Really playing a dangerous game, but look at Yampi's positioning. Now, this still falls on Enzo to keep their attention drawn. If that defuse keeps going and the wall's there, oh, that's heartbreak. Yeah, Yampi can do nothing. If that wall wasn't there, that damned wall wasn't there, it could have been beautiful, but it's not to be. Gentlemates get on the board. First here found in the first gun round for them, keeping 3 standing. Lighter reinvestments, but I'm keeping an eye on their money because it might be a little lighter at times.
One of the things I saw from Liquid in previous matches was they constantly had these super late flanks, but I think they're going to have to make this adjustment really early that if Natank has the Sage Wall for the post plants and is able to put this up, you can't rely on these super late flanks around the world, and you can't also rely on playing out of the site, playing the post plant spam battles. You need to do something else to disrupt the retake and get in their faces. Let's see how that reaction develops through the half.
And it will be curious to see how well they identify that, right? It is that, how well do they plan with that in mind? Are they able to keep that as a new adjustment? Speaking of, Zakas just comes flying out. Gentlemates with a gear shift, getting their faces and brawling over by Mound. This might have stunned Liquid a little, but who do they have remaining? Mystic, Nats, and Enzo, so they can still make a fair shout towards a site, but now for the defending side, they're split everywhere, 1 per site. And Logan's angle. This is a curious little battle between these two, isn't it? Nats on one side, Logan on the other. And Nats trying to sell a lot here. Gonna get good info on this one.
They won't expect the Cypher trips on A, though. The Tonk.
Very true. There it is.
Oh, they walk up, they see this.
Oh, clean from Nats, though. And the follow-ups there. Liquid, lovely. That kind of bait towards B, that pressure towards B, just drawing enough of the attention. And Whalers, sadly, is very, very far away from this round now. Unlikely he's going to be able to close the gap and do much about this, but the push and the pull there, and let's kind of roll it back to the start of that round, Josh, because we saw a very aggressive start from Gentlemates, willing to battle on Mound, not initially, but almost after that first confirmed contact was had, but then that pivot off the back from Liquid was fantastic.
Yeah, typically on these maps, when you have breach in the comps, you're going to be able to set up a lot of these traps where you go and you brawl out of them defense. But the defense kind of like starting that fight was the interesting moment there. You know, trading out evenly 3 versus 3 within the first, I don't know, like 10 seconds of the round. It could have gone either way towards the end of the round there. Obviously, Nats having his hat to throw, get the information on the remaining Gentlemates players. I think we're not going to see Gentlemates doing an aggressive play like that proactively. I think it's going to be more reactively. Let's set up this trap. Because they have the stage, they should leverage that. I think that's what we're going to see going into the future. We're not going to see them trying to start the fights anymore.
Now, we're starting to see those ults starting to cycle through here. Yeah, Logan's had his for quite some time. Or at least he was building very early. Whalers now had his, and try and limit some of the success that Liquid could have. I'm already seeing a bit of a stack up towards the C side of the map, so I'm wondering if that's going to be where the pressure really starts to build. Gentlemates want to get in their faces early, but Liquid, line up that B site. Maybe just toying with expectation, but this is quick positioning. I wonder if this has been heard. Yeah, it certainly is. Well, it's not even heard, it's been seen. All that util. Space taken, Gentlemates can now pump the brakes and look elsewhere because there was nothing on the other side.
Res available for the defense, that's why they went for this, but now 3 players spotted towards C. The speed up towards A from Team Liquid. Showstopper pop just to clear, zone out the site. It's going to be a 5 versus 5 retake.
Okay.
But we're going to have one of these ultis unlocked.
Logan going down between the rest of the teams here, maybe just trying to hold space towards CT, but that's given a nice little avenue of approach, and Kiko going to be happy to take that scalp. Gentlemates now need a lot of clear. Kiko's not going to leave this smoke for a second or two. Wants to stick it out as long as he can. No reward. And the res. Now it's game back on. Man advantage for Gentlemates until then. Yampi on the site. Finding 2. Controlling. Waiting for them to push through. Nats on the swing. It's all looking very solid for them. 3 still alive. They've got Yampi's ult to depend on, but he's not going to be passive about this. No. Not by any means. Bears falls as he tries to take a step towards the site itself, and Logan forced to save here.
Very good reaction from Liquid going into A site there, speeding up. It looked like they were trying to go towards B. I don't know if the plan was to end B, or if it was, let's go towards B. We're going to expect Gentlemates to show their hand, either A or C.
Yep.
And once they do that, boom, we have an instant reaction. We're kind of like ready to pivot. But a great presence of mind here. Once Kiko got that first opening kill, ping the dead body. Sova's ready with Hunter's Fury after he gets the plant with the spike, and then they just beam that down and continually put the pressure on. Yampi in their face, Kiko in their face.
Yeah, starting to see Liquid warming up to this one a little bit. On the other side, a broken purchase for Gentlemates. A couple of ults starting to come very close by. Takas almost has his, but quiet so far from him. Not being able to get that through super early. And looks like he's trying to build towards it now. Information found. It's looking like C is on the menu. Enzo, gonna try and play him in. Clear any of that util en route. And Kiko gonna be happy for that gift over towards the C site. All looking ready. Now, ult-wise, what do we have for this retake here? What does Gentlemates have? I mean, they've got the rocket, they've got the information on Logan, the TP, but they need to go now. It looks like a pre-take coming in, the tank. Good connection, Takas on the follow-up. Now it's getting a little bit dangerous, but Mystic trying to get ahead of this, trying to utilize the ult that was sent through, but Bayaz pushes him away. And now Yampi and Nats, the positioning again, you're talking about those lurks. Now, with the tank down, this changes the dynamic. Yampi's on the site here. He's going to be spotted, but he's doing the dance. This guy, he's got moves. Yampi does get found, but do they expect this? Nats, his position, that late lurk has worked wonderfully, but oh my god, that TP was... What? Nats! Just nasty with it. The Red Bull clutch twice now. Giving them the rounds. That TP got me questioning things, but still... Liquid come away now, 3 in a row, looking very solid.
Nats is on 9 kills right now. I think 6 of them are from 2 different clutches.
Yep.
So doing a big job for these guys. I mean, Liquid, they got bailed out by Nats. They're lucky that they have a player that good on the team. I like the idea of the breach ulti for the re-exec onto the site, knowing that all the enemies are going to be close and kind of stunned, but the execution of it was sloppy.
Dangerous there, didn't it?
Yeah. Bayaz now with his own Rolling Thunder and 1-3-1. They could pivot and fight.
Yeah, maybe just trying to keep him close to the action if necessary, right? You want him to be able to influence the outcome of the round, but Liquid making no subtleties of this. Straight towards A, and there's 4 players from Gentlemates here. Bayaz wants this one. That could be very good. It's going to be on Nats again to keep him safe, right? Oh, he's been affected too. I thought he was going to be the one to alleviate the pressure, but actually it's just stalled out. Liquid suffer no casualties. Takas the only one to connect here with that paint shell coming in, and actually does a lot of damage. But look who's still here. Vintage Nats coming in. Information free-flowing. It's just going to be a brawl. Wall's still in play. They can't really break through this until then. Oh, and they go ahead of it. Big trade. This is just a sloppy battle between the two. Mystic gonna have to go clutch, but Gentlemates with that great presence of mind to put 3 players towards that B site.
Cover going out.
Spike is not in hand, and they're already starting to consider it. Logan on the case. Mystic, first step, takes a lot of damage for this though. He has his TP. He's got 40 seconds. Now these two aren't gonna be moving away from each other, surely.
They have to stick shoulder to shoulder with each other. Have good spacing, but I like this. They're allowing Mystic to move around the map and do whatever he wants. He has to collect that spike and plan.
Well, that's a one fight. That's an individual. Oh my god! Oh my god! Bayaz, you are a lucky boy. Yeah. Lucky boy today. Bloody hell! He didn't even know how close he was to that falling apart.
Once he hears the smoke travel through him, I think he clicks in his head, wait a minute, that came from my left. That was the best round that we've seen from Gentlemates so far, though, and I think part of the reason for it was that it was a reactive play. They waited for Liquid to show their hand, be in a position that they're kind of compromised, and then they hit. They didn't try to go too fast, too hard, and too early.
Now, looks like the switch up here. I feel like they're falling back into the trap, but I don't mind that they're keeping the 3 players towards the B site at least, rather than doing it on the extremities, because they can pivot easier.
Pivot. Yep.
But still, this is... Liquid seems so ready for this now, maybe understanding this has been something that Gentlemates wanted to do, this kind of like pressure point, putting bodies behind it. But what do they assume that Liquid are up to here? They haven't seen a lot yet. Enzo's utility's been burned, but there's no bodies behind it yet.
Constantly getting info from Gentlemates. We haven't really seen Natank even like playing with his team. I know traditionally with like on Phoenix, he's kind of like, you know, a lone wolf sort of thing, but we haven't seen any creativity out of the walls yet. It's all been saved for the retakes primarily.
Watching this now.
Interesting.
Yeah. creeping back towards C. The paranoia there put into the fear of God for Whalers. He's gone down, and that's C-site open. I kind of like this feint again, maybe kind of really playing with the tempo of the game and the expectations of what Gentlemates had cleared. This hit towards the C-site is a really well-considered piece. Now, this is... Yeah, don't do that, Enzo. Just waiting in middle, noting that there might have been some pressure from the other side of the map, but again, this is looking really well constructed. This is a very hard retake.
Surely that's a save.
You'd imagine so, but they're trying to get closer here. They have so little to do in this one. Yeah, they've got Bayaz utility, but again, they're going to need more than this, and Yampi's not allowing it. They still have Enzo's utility. They still have Yampi's utility. Yeah, Takas canceling on that one. I felt like they could have canceled that sooner, potentially.
They definitely could have canceled it. I wonder why they thought that it was a good idea to go for it. When you start bleeding out rounds like this, it's one of those things where it builds a pressure in your mind. And I think that this is a perfect opportunity for Existence to call a timeout and say, hey guys, like, we're letting this slip and make an adaptation. So what are one of the adaptations they could do? The reactive plays are generally, I mean, we just saw it the round prior. That looked good. But what are we seeing on these rounds? It looks like they have the idea to go for the early fight, early info, but then it's like they changed their overall game plan on their defense because they lost this aggressive piece and they lost a double duelist, and it feels like the whole flow of everything has just broken.
And now mismatched.
Yeah, and now he has to reel them back in and say like, hey guys, remember, you don't have this. This is how you guys should approach things instead.
Solo mission for now, maybe just to get that ult orb, yeah. That's been gathered. A little bit of a stall to come in. Bayaz is still sticking around on this. Nats has slipped ahead. Now you look at... Whoa, yeah, they're in no man's land. Again, this slow creep from Liquid. This was perfect. They've found such a solution to what Gentlemates wanted, and I just didn't like what I was seeing in that round, but still. They got to stick the landing. The two rifles are still here. Takas has one, and a potentially fabulous position. Can he be the one to deny this? Oh my God, Yampi, what? He takes Takas out like that? Damn. Yampi is still a treat to watch. Glad to still see him around. As Whalers and Logan, I mean, there's very little to be done here. They're starting to be starved out of this game.
The momentum's looking really good for Liquid.
Look, I'm happy to see that Liquid looks solid here because I still feel like we can't ignore the... Who was it they played against? Was it Vitality? Yeah, it was Vitality that Gentlemates won against. That was very impressive. It was like 13-5 on both maps. Very clean. It was like, oh my God, this is the team we were waiting to see. Yampi's removed one. The only one that really mattered here was Logan because he had that rifle. Does he get to keep it? Keep that. If you're watching this now, that's what you're looking for. He's desperately trying, bless him. Oh, you can't blame a man for trying. And actually, the only other threat now is Enzo, very nearby, but he might stop the chase at this point. But again, I don't want to go off pure recency bias. I think that's unfair. Because, you know, Gentlemates have had a very up and down season, some good results, but a couple of droughts. Sometimes the comps got read, really understood, and they stopped having that level of success. I was really impressed with the change. I think this is the first time we're seeing another team really understand what they're trying to achieve here and what they're approaching with. But it's a process for Gentlemates. They are the team that came up from that Ascension, victory. So it's like I don't expect them to have the full depth of what this roster's meant to do yet, or the capability of this comp yet. But I want to see more tangibles out of this game, and it looks like aggression was the response. And it's not gone well. A great deal of ults invested, a little bit of a stall here, but they're once again left a little stranded. They have to peel away from this.
It's like every decision Gentlemates does right now is just getting them completely caught. I think the real adjustment is get an op up and deal with Liquid, because a lot of the times they're just like walking around into it. But I still think Gentlemates needs to be able to not just try to force the first fight. They need to let Team Liquid make a mistake. And right now, I mean, talking about Gentlemates and the adjustments they made, changing their composition and the trajectory that we've seen them, Team Liquid, in a similar vein, they were like looking not great during kickoff, and they've looked a lot better in some moments.
Oh, Logan. Oh, and the follow-up as well. Enzo, no, not gonna happen. He's clean.
Well, it's anyone's game still.
Yeah, look.
It's early enough. Anything can happen.
If they get a buffer, if they get a couple more rounds, sure. I guess those re-clears just not as competent as Liquid have liked it. So it's on Mystic and Kiko to do something with this, but a 2v4 with a res in hand, not easy. Now, there's no fair fight really you're going to get in this instance. And it looks like Kiko's trying to sell him a fairy tale that we definitely like this B side. We're definitely not going towards A. I promise you, you should rotate.
10 seconds
Bayaz,
left.
don't watch
One
this.
enemy
Oh yeah, Bayaz and Whalers, they're not falling for it. That's 3 for Gentlemates. It's a little bit of room here.
But that's exactly what I was talking about, right? You get an op-up is kind of the idea I had, because Team Liquid in like the second phase, after the first like opening, duel, whatever, smoke, teleport, dart, whatever, they're always like shift walking around to the next spot. And over here, we have Logan getting an aggressive position. Liquid walks into him. He's able to get 3 crisp clean shots. An op would do something very similar and disrupt Team Liquid's second phase flow of everything as they're walking around with the information.
Well,
and we have it. Takas has one now.
as if they're listening to you. It's almost like you know this, Josh. It's weird. It's crazy you almost understand this game.
Almost. Very
Almost.
close.
Real
but
close. Real, you know.
Just on the cusp, you know?
And it does allow for a little bit more freedom, right? Or I don't want to say freedom, but like safety in keeping it as one player to hold this down as well. Like Takas can just kind of play this out. He doesn't need to be in a hurry about it. It's a big amount of presence behind it too, so again, he can just kind of hold this and wait. The clock's on their side. Genoese don't have to make all the moves here.
What it does, though, is it allows this setup, the breach, with a stun ready for this entire C choke. Once Enzo sees nothing on his drone here, he's going to think, hey, maybe they're playing retake A, maybe it's a C setup. Liquid might do a rotation all the way back to A on that. But again, the op's up, and that's going to be a freebie, especially if Enzo starts walking up before his teammates are able to get there. But it looks like he's biding his time. He's not freaking out.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how he does here. This was a really good solution.
Info TP from the defense, they're gonna know.
There it is, that's lovely. Takas, there's the reward. Doesn't need to outstay his welcome here. They've got the man advantage. They can fall back from this. Maybe find a new angle, hold a new bit of space. But now it kind of falls on the rest of his teammates to try and step up to the plate here. So already, smoke goes up towards CT side. Plant gonna come in, but the 4 of them, how do they handle this? Yampi getting curious. He's very nearby. Plant's in. And you can already see that pressure. Yeah, stunned up, and here he comes. Already out through by stairs. Enzo's going to catch one. Rez comes in. They now know there's more. Enzo on the double dip there, going back through. Going to find Whalers again. You don't get a second chance of life. This is... No. Nats saves him. Enzo gets another breath for a moment.
Hello.
Oh, he's in so much danger. Bye-bye, Enzo. And Gentlemates have found the solution. They found what they needed.
They cracked the code. They're taking a page out of Koi's book. Just solidifying that defense. So, I mean, great reaction there. Getting that op up is definitely the key to success against Liquid. I wonder in this last round if Liquid's going to be able to identify, hey, they have the op up, instead of doing the slow second stage and hitting at around like between 1 minute and 40 seconds, if they're actually going to speed up and do something either through B really aggressively, or if they're going to do something where they're just they're speeding up and they're not trying to like walk around too much. Get in the face of the offer and don't let them get more than one shot off.
And if we don't have a really aggressive start, just to update you, if you were wondering, do you remember I said about those permutations, the ways that this can go differently? One of those is that if Team Liquid wins 10 rounds, Heretics qualifies to playoffs. And because, you know, we've got 7 on the board, we're getting a little close to that. Thank God there are smarter people than me explaining what this is, because I have no idea. However, early contact towards B. Not much intent yet behind it, but I'm looking to see if this gets set in motion, how well the tank deals with what's on the other side. He also has a support in the form of Bayaz here too. Yeah, here he comes, timing a little off here. Kiko! He's got it, yeah, the tank's gone down and it's now game on. The rest of them trying to come on through, but he's still going to hold them back. Kiko doing his best work here. That's just a jumping Mystic. What is this? Both teams scrapping it out on B. Plant is in there. Takas going to struggle now, the double swing, and he's being chased down. They want him dead. Logan going to try and counter that in some way. Takas does find his man, but now a 1v2 ain't going to be easy. He's got himself a Vandal. He's got himself a chance. He's got his pain shot. That's perfect. Enzo forced to peek, but he finds the shot. Okay, Liquid claim the last in the first half.
Great reaction from Team Liquid, though, knowing that, like, the buy that they have isn't the greatest, knowing that Takas has the op, it means, what are we going to do? Well, the op's most likely going to be A or C, holding a deep line. Let's try to go B and try to make something explosive out of it. And that was the perfect decision to make to take them out there. With the Bucky going in on the entry, right over the top side. You can, not looking the most comfortable on stage, but I guess we're going to have to see on the attack side here how they've cooked things up.
4 rounds. They've got 4 rounds to play with. A lot of pressure as well. Again,
Heretics is
Liquid.
saying 2.
Yeah.
Just get 2 more.
Just 2 more. 2 more rounds, please. And it is wild, again, that we're into these sort of scenarios where so much is resting on each other. We are back into game here, so we can jump into that and turn the music down and start focusing on the match itself. Already, smoke's going to be going up. If you're just tuning in, it will now be Gentlemates, of course, on that attacking side. They claimed 4. Now looking to obviously close the gap to Liquid's A. Enzo, what are you up to?
That is not worth it.
Oh, man, Takas will take it happily. You know, he'll be chuffed with that one. Yampi now put in a very precarious situation, and he's just mowing them down. That's 2. Mystic on the 3rd. That is what you needed to make up for what was a little bit of a fumble here, but the tank's going to have to go nuclear. There's a lot to do here, and he's not going to get it. Nats ain't losing that. That's 9. And now 1 more round, and Heretics will at least qualify to playoffs. Now, bigger picture, obviously Liquid aren't thinking about that, neither are Gentlemates, but we have to remind ourselves of it. So the next round is pretty critical, actually.
I actually like that that death from Enzo kind of set Yampi up there. I was getting a little bit nervous. That's the best person that you want to have in that situation with a breach, with a stun. I'm surprised Gentlemates, after they got that kill on Enzo, didn't speed up. One guy opening the door and going through the tree by himself, and everyone else going through the site. Because if you kill a person that's out in the open like that, no trades, you expect that to be open. Why go the slow way?
Yeah. Maybe not making the most of what they had at the start there, but Tapcas. Oh, the answer back from Kiko, though. Lovely from him. The tank going to be punished. Now 4-4.
Who's next?
It's Nats on the farm, though, isn't it? Let's see how he does here.
That camera bait set him up for this lurk. Does he get cleared?
He's getting played in, and I love that. They still try and check on him, but there's support there, right? Look at the rotation. Yampi got there quick. He's got to get out, does he? No, he disagrees. He's going to play forward. He's going to be flashed into this. Maybe a little too audacious, and it is a 2v3, but it is only classics. Logan, no. Logan, he got spotted in the end. A little bit of chip damage. Yampi, lovely. Liquid looking confident. It's looking like that 10's coming through. Enzo, he's toying with his dinner here. And Logan's getting no fun from this.
I think he's getting toyed with a little bit.
Here we go. Bye-bye. Oh, he's making sure. He's making sure. 10 rounds for Liquid. So, bigger picture here. Talking outside of this matchup alone, because this is all about qualifying. It's all about getting to those playoffs. Oh, nice start there. This locks in Heretics to qualify to playoffs. This instance right now. I don't understand it, don't know how it happens, but it has. Outside of that, though, we focus back towards the game here, because we're going to have the bonus, the first gun round coming out from Gentlemates too. So, if we're going to get a matchup, if we're going to see a bit of fun between these two, it's got to start now. Gentlemates now need to turn the tides. Looking very simplistic in approach, and Mystic going to have to make a quick escape here, because they are already working towards Mount.
2 outlaws for the defense, but everybody except for Takas has full shield, so they'll be able to tank one of those body shots.
Yampi?
Unlucky.
The timing
Respect,
a little unfortunate.
though.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea that he was trying to thread the needle, maybe noting so much of that presence, get behind them, but not going to get the job done. But I mean, it's not just a singular attempt, is it? We've still got 2 more willing to take up the mantle.
10-4 up, bonus round. Why not go aggressive? Enzo's up next. I don't like how they're just doing it like one at a time. I think holding this A setup would be really good, because that flank's going to be amazing. The smoke giving it away as well. This is going to be really not good for Gentlemates. They don't know it, but they could easily get flanked.
Yep, let's see that flank though. Nat still has to keep a little bit of presence here, right? Because otherwise they might just flood through CT. Let's see how much damage. Kiko, beautiful! And even gets out of danger. Gonna be stunned up this time, gets closed down on. Couldn't quite make it out of there in time. And Gentlemates want to try and find some safety because it feels dangerous. The rifle upgrade too for Enzo. Fantastic! And now wants to get a follow-up as well. Beaz isolated and alone. Needs to slow the roll a little here. He's got teammates, they're on the way. Door stuck. Rifle back in now, 2 rifles. Do they continue on this? This is a nice little amount that they've managed to garner, but they're close to this. They forced them away here. This is uncomfortable now for Gentlemates, but great from Whalers. Mystic now, last man alive in a 1v2. Gentlemates want to hold on to this one. Time's starting to tick here, and Mystic. Oh my god! Oh my god, Mystic!
Okay, now they have plot armor too.
Yeah, that's that golden path, right? The golden path that Liquid is walking. It just seems fated. How the hell? You swinging that and get both?
We saw a wide swing like that yesterday as well, and it did not pay off.
Yeah.
It was just like, gotta go wide, make them miss their first bullets. But it actually works out here. The Outlaws in full force as well. There you go.
11-4 now. This is frustrating for Gentlemates. Not getting the game they wanted here. They'd shown a lot of potential, but they just feel uncomfortable in this now. TP. Hiya. Gonna spot him out. Know what's on the other side. Takas trying to test that B site. Is there intent behind this? Not anymore. Pivoting away.
I think once he sees nothing on his drone, he might go grab that orb and he'll have his ulti, the Hunter's Fury from Enzo. That could be devastating, but he's just rotating off.
I think he's going for it now, yeah. I think he's just remembered that that is available. So that's going to be, yeah, happy for him on that front. But for Gentlemates, they look like they're going to get a plant, right? Oh my god. A little bit of spam there, almost caught Nats through the smoke, but still, plant's going to be come through. Going to be drawing out that utility. Hunter's Fury, burning it early. And see the rocket used as well. Kiko actually pretty up on this one. Takas trying to control towards CT, but Liquid, they are chomping at the bit here. They're just trying to claw away at them. Aren't going to come through. Now they've got to commit. Takas, nice towards Yampi. Do they get a follow-up? Do they keep the man advantage? Kiko being really tested here, but it's great from Gentlemates. Mystic falls. Takas does go down. Hold on, what is this? Liquid, what is this? You just cleaned house! Gentlemates just fold like cards. I don't know how they just swept
like
that.
One of those like admin check his PC moments or something. That, yeah, I mean, the retakes from Team Liquid right now, like we saw this when they played against Navi as well, just like these miraculous retakes and 1v3s constantly, and we've seen them getting all of these here as well, so they're doing something right, and I feel like Team Liquid's one of those teams that if they're able to catch this momentum, it's looking not great. Gentlemates, they haven't looked like they've been out of their depth completely. Obviously, this being Team Liquid's map pick here kind of makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah. And we're seeing a good game, right? We're seeing Nats firing on all cylinders. Kiko's having a really good performance. We see some really big moments from Yami. Basically, Mystic, that 1v2 at the end there. Every single player is finding a bit of form, right? So this is really difficult for Gentlemates. As if we're talking overall, oh my god, Enzo, you're a lucky boy. You don't know it, but Takas could have killed you. For now, though, he's going to fall away, neither knowing the damage that could have been done. And this is a tense scenario now.
There.
Kiko committed to the angle. Logan, yeah, just going to crouch into it. That's a comfy pickup for him. Enzo feeling the pressure, but going to decide to back away from the site.
5 versus 4, and with how good they are at the retakes, they have everything they need. The Cypher hat's going to come on the body right now, soon, maybe. There he goes.
It is.
With that full info, they're going to come in with the retake, breach, full abilities, paint shells, dart, paranoia, smokes, 6 consoles.
It's everything. They got to try and stop this, maybe by starting early, right? Bayaz maybe in the tank. Oh no, Takas has fallen. It's all going wrong. Kiko in the headlines, joined by Enzo, and Whalers crumbles. This has been decisive. This feels like it's almost fated. 13-4, clear-cut affair on map 1. Map 2, things have to change.
Lurks and individual plays and everything. What better agents than Reyna and Chamber to do that on the attack, being able to split up and do this. And we saw the slow style work against them last map too.
Okay, maybe there's some method to this. But maybe Gentlemates
what is
just
this hard
walk
read?
middle. Yeah, this is rotten luck. If Team Liquid hold this for a little, I mean, they've just heard the shots. They're definitely not going to dismantle it now. Oh, okay, Bayaz just wins the first fight, but the Headhunter's in play. Yampi removing scalps and says, yeah, you can't have fun up in a tank. See ya. And they're off. And yeah, to say the least, hard read there.
A little bit of a hard read there.
Just a little bit.
1 versus 4. The Tonks usually like the first person to take contact in a lot of these rounds is, you know, LMS.
Now, I found a new button on the, you know where we normally draw like Sliggy's 8s?
Counter
and,
wall.
like what, counter wall? Okay, wow.
Sorry.
Just wanted to, I'll show it after the replays potentially. No, Josh, you don't get to do actual analysis. So we have a little telestrator thing here. And we found there's multiple buttons. There's the bald one, there's, you know, the little circly thing, there's a free draw option. I want to use the new one I found and I hope I don't break it.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I see what you're going for.
Yes.
And it kind of reminds me. I'll say it after you do it then.
Okay. Well, look, I'm just gonna have a little. How do we feel about this so far? Let's just pop that right there. Look at that. Look at that.
Yep.
Incredible scenes. I'm just so happy with myself. I found new buttons to press. Oh, yeah.
It'd be cool if they had the avatars like in Doom, where like they get like angrier and bloodier.
Oh
like,
yeah,
when
yeah.
they lose
Oh my
health
god,
and,
that'd be
like,
so good. Wait, can we graphics?
And then if they're like actually on fire, they start
Like
glowing and
glowing.
everything.
Yeah. That'd be so good. So we do have a very light reinvestment from Gentlemates. There's not much to it. There is Marshall, I guess, or something, but the site's gonna be liquids. This is gonna be a post plant. This is when it gets hard to kind of control. You're already gonna have that Vandal out for Yampy, Bulldogs galore. It's free farming time. Until then, Kiko's only gonna find one Bulldog gone. Enzo could probably pick that up if they need it. Looks like it's a quick recovery. Yampy, if he's gonna have a sharp day, I'm excited. And Nats is in just kill mode. They've switched him to kill, and he's away. 4 standing, no rifles lost. Tick in the box.
When I've been watching Team Liquid throughout this season, what I've seen from them was when it's just like one person alone that's on fire, that's playing well, that's hitting their shots individually, that's when the team has a lot of issues. And every time they've either made the game close or won was when everyone was participating, the timings looked good, and they were doing stuff together. And this is like one of those moments where they look like they're doing stuff together and everyone's on point. We're not seeing anybody that's really being carried or anything like that.
No.
Everyone's contributing in their own way. Even though like last game Mystic had the lowest score line, he still had a lot of impact for the team.
I mean, he got him that round with those like 2 kills was everything. Takas. Oh, he could be tipped for success. That's lovely. Finds Yampy and backs away. They don't need to overdo this. Kiko needs to slow his roll a little here. He's in a bit of trouble. Yeah, wall goes up. They're trying to stem the bleeding and slow this down. Enzo gonna connect towards the tank though. Wall now cracked open. Do they continue on this pathing or do they pivot? No, pop flash for Bayaz. Oh man.
Kiko got full health again off that too.
That's not what you wanted really. And Taka's trying to play above this wall. But still, yeah, Liquid looking just well-rounded and robust. And Logan just been put to his grave. Whaler's a mile away. He's going to be saving that one. And again, when I look at this comp, it kind of almost feels, a little bit almost like peacocking, right? You're running this very, like, audacious comp. You've got the Reyna coming out. You've got Yampy, depending on being mechanically on point. But you're right, it's not just those two doing it. It's the 5 of them. They're playing really well right now. I think we might even have an early timeout from Gentlemates after seeing this in action of how to address it potentially or what they've got in mind, but I don't know how you address it, right? They may need a couple more rounds to play with it and kind of get used to what's being thrown at them, but as it stands, Liquid coming out with a bit of an ace up the sleeve here.
Liquid's just basically 5-manning everything, but they're not doing it like they have a jet. And that's the way that they should be doing it. They don't have a jet. So Whalers tries to stay alive here. Goes down.
Oh, damn.
The hunting party, full effect.
Yep.
Team Liquid, throughout Lotus and now this map, it's not like they're splitting off and doing these 4-1s, or traditionally we see on this map, they'll have like one guy lurking, like Nats will lurk towards B, and then like Yampy's walking up mid-tube, and then they have like 3 people on A. No, they're just grouping as 5, and it's either 5 slow together or 5 fast together. And that's what we're seeing from them, and that's something we haven't really seen a lot of from Team Liquid, and that's what they're doing so well right now.
Sound like a Nats paid chatter. He's 8-0. This guy is just, he is having a series, to be fair. And again, as much as it isn't just the Nats show, it's not been one of those where it's like just him doing it.
It's got to be a reset coming in.
I don't think that's how it's meant to work.
Maybe something to do with Nats. He was the only one that didn't move.
I think we've got a tech force going. Oh, there it is. Bingo cards.
Let's put some cheese on the little trap and let Liquid go. Ooh, that looks good. That looks tasty. And then get them.
Got it. Thank you. I like the visual there. You've helped me. I am a simple creature. So now we look at what we have in this round. Now we know it's going to be a very light buy for Gentlemates. This wasn't going to be a pretty purchase for them. Bayer's already going to note where Yampy is, and considering how Liquid have been approaching, you might be able to put a lot of stock behind even just identifying one player. However, they did go for a bit of a stack here.
We got the Killjoy turret in attacker spawn.
That's so toxic. I can't believe you hate Nats.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean,
Nats is my favorite.
Nats is quite impressive to watch, to be fair. And you had to suffer playing against that, man, even when they were in the real peak.
Suffered so hard that we won.
And now, We continue in towards the site, not meeting much resistance on the way. Probably expecting either a stack or them to be up to something, but Nat's not seeing anything relatively calm so far from Liquid. They've got what they wanted here. We're looking to see if maybe Gentlemates can counter wall, do something about this, maybe wall off the other side of the spike and get towards a defuse here. Nice from Natang, Kiko going down. That's a first step. There are players behind this though. They're playing quite close towards site. Counter wall goes up. Yampy spotted that quite early as well. Nice adjust too. Yampy's heating up here. Hackers through the wall, gonna find it. Wingman gets denied, and now it's free farming. Nat's large and in charge. It's a 1v1 though, and yeah, Nats ain't allowing that to slip. Dangerous by Gentlemates, dangerous certainly, but not enough to threaten the round scoreline.
Considering they had just Jarvis basically, that, you know,
Pretty
wasn't
good,
a
pretty good.
horrible result. If they're able to replicate that with guns, with ultimates, Thrash online for Takas, like, we could be looking at a different situation. And then I also wonder if the defensive wall, not at the other side of Maze, but towards the spike, could have been better. But it's like one of those kind of judgment calls that you have to make, you know, block off the rotation zone, get up on the wall, and take a different angle.
God, also, I've just realized,
Wait,
what was that?
Are you okay? Should we call an EMT or something?
Who was that? But I also have to highlight, I think Nats is 11-0 currently. I think we're seeing a little bit of vintage Nats coming out. We'll keep track on that, see when his first death occurs, perhaps.
Easy to do that when the rest of your team's also kind of like frying and getting the opening picks. And
Yeah, he gets to just kind of be the most like chilled Viper, just lackadaisical, just kind of walking around, taking his time, closing out rounds for him. No sweat. First time we're seeing this test towards B though, so this is a little bit of an adjustment here. We haven't seen them explore even this side of the map. Love Icebox. So, a little bit of an assault course on the way.
But I think this is the adjustment Gentlemates has to make. Yeah, sure, you know, Team Liquid gets to go into the site, get a free plant, but they get to play the retake with 5, with Thrash, with the Sage Wall, with the knife and everything.
There's only one way to get back in this, and it's mostly through CT, where Kiko's waiting, has a little bit of a jump spot as well, might have noted them up towards Kitchen. And you've got to pick your poison, quite literally with the Viper Spit in the way. Kiko trying to look for those angles to work from, he's just holding the line here. Pressures get sent through, but they walk on in. Kiko still just heating up. This guy's showing that Reyna's looking pretty good right now in his hands at least, and he wants a bit more. They're going to try and escape. Okay, controlled it on the second attempt there, but he spotted another Bayaz. Going to stop the hunt. But this has been just, again, a demonstration of strength from Team Liquid. Looking very solid. And yeah, Nat's on the hunt here. Wants that final player if he can. The tank trying to make a quick exit, but Liquid have money. You got 7K on Nats. You got 7 on Yampy. The tank sitting on 0 as it stands. Does he get to keep it? Nats is looking for this one. He's gonna hear it. Nats, does he get there in time? No. So Natang gets to keep the rifle, but Liquid get to keep the clean scoreline, 5-0. I want to get a Mitch cam. If we could check in on the Mitch cam to see how elated he is. No, hey. And then it's even funnier. Then we get an updated cam.
Yeah,
all right, look, I'm not here for either side. I want to watch Mitch suffer. That is my most joyous moment. But right now, he must be happy. The golden path is coming true. They're walking it. They've somehow pulled out this composition, and it looks nuts. And Gentlemates, who looked fantastic on this map last time we saw it, not finding that same level of success. So now we go back to what was working before, this A-take. Now, look on the back line. It's the first time we're seeing really proactive approaches coming down, pushing down B long here. Have they figured out where Nats resides? Held up in his little cubby. Not moving a muscle. Ooh, the timing on this could be a bit uncomfortable. Bayaz, lovely. Really heads up work from Gentlemates. Now they've got an opportunity. Now they've got options.
I feel like he just used Reyna ulti last round. But here it comes.
Tank. Oh dear. Okay, trade. So they've fought back on CT. So they've exchanged sides of the map. They left Enzo waiting. Oh, that's beautiful. Back to back from him. Maybe even a third, potentially. Whaler's got to be careful. No, doesn't have any idea about it. Whaler's going to be the one to find it. Logan's found Mystic, and now down to 2v2. No rest for you. And a quick confirmation on the death here. Bayaz, no more. And now the 1v1. But time, you can hear it. Spike's ticking. A tap, a glance, and a shot fired confirms everything Kiko needs to know. Yeah, he's played with him. Logan, time to back away. No more you could do this round. Liquid continue forward with perfect performance.
I don't even think Gentlemates is on the wrong idea with how they're setting up their initial phase game plan. it looks like they're not expecting Team Liquid to extend with Yampi, with Kiko. They're on the perfect agents to be able to do that, and they're finding these isolated duels. So last round, sure, it's, you know, a mixed buy for Gentlemates, not much you can do about it. But the previous round, you're playing full retake B, one player dies early at Snowman, Killjoy's dying at the, you know, the side orange area. Op up finally, though, for Yampi. He's going to be able to post up from the belt area.
Show me what you got. Always love watching Yampi on this weapon. Can't help myself. But not many opportunities to make something out of this. And a very different look from Nats, from passive to aggressive to very involved. And actually where the turret resides, he's got a bit of freedom here. He's definitely going to hit Takas. This is a big call from him. Oh, Logan, very heads up. Starting to figure this out. Logan's getting a grip on this map. So now does Kiko try and over-deliver here? Does he try and be an instigator in this? The wall goes up, but they can't quite climb it at this point. Bayad's going to deny Enzo. Oh, nice shot as well. Logan on a heater now. Having to respect the lockdown. They can't stick around here. Yampi.
Getting aggressive. Blocked off. And that wall's going to expire with 10 seconds left. You have to go over it. There's no other way.
They're just on the other side too. They're really close by. Trying to set him in motion, but you can see them just on the left by Maze. Bloody hell, is there even a gap in that? I don't know if there's even a gap they could... Oh, that's rotten. Look at that, just a little pixel. They still don't know about Yampi. Now they do with that cross. Maybe trying to play him in a little. Turns a flash, gets the shot, stunning. Quick as lightning, Yampi! Heated up here anymore. He's got the tag. Bayaz needs to fall away. 15 seconds. Can they get a ball? Oh, Yampi! Ridiculous work from the man. And he's thinking there's a flank, and he wasn't far off from it. Look at where the tank's positioned. No safe res hit. Yampi on 4. Mystic securing the plant and gets the position. It's got to be an ace. Nothing less will do. 30 HP in a bit of a dream here. And a tank on the other side. Stepping closer. Rez, he wants it. But is the angle good? Oh, beautiful bait from the tank. Rez comes in. 1 bullet left in this operator. He's trying to play with the timing here. I don't think he can isolate this fight. There's nothing he could do. A valiant attempt from Yampi, but controlled and considered from the tank there. Getting their first round on the board now.
Would have had to been a 6K for Yampi to close that round out.
Oof.
Great turnaround. Shows why Chambers is such a strong agent in the right hands as well. Gentlemates with a good idea. Again, it's not like their start of the round plans are really bad. It's just Liquid's playing on form right now. And that is the name of the game at the moment.
Let's go!
Okay. I think this is a trend that we see from Team Liquid as well, though, is that once they start winning by a large margin, especially on their attack side, they start straying from that 5-man Wolfpack to starting to have Nats start lurking around and doing more 4-1s, and that's what got them caught.
Oh, the op battle here. Who's got whose number? Bye-bye, Yampi. I'll trade. Excellent spacing from Nats there to close that gap, make sure that didn't spiral out of control. But a very different look here. If you've been looking at the last rounds coming out from Liquid, it has been mostly those A takes. Now we're seeing a little bit more of attention towards middle. Mystic's going to trade back, but still, this is Messienzo! The jumping shot.
2 HP.
Oh my God, I thought he had another. Oh, I thought he had another. Bayaz. Safe pair of hands at the end. Oh, Kiko, you're rotten with it. Poor old Whalers will be heartbroken with that. But what does Bayaz do? You got a 1v2, right? Spike's down. I think he knows that, but he's lost track of them. Now Mystic's gone around the world. Bayaz, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 potential angles to worry about. He wants to commit to 1. He's chosen the wrong side. Mystic was there, and Liquid making it up to 7. Looking a little unstoppable right now.
He was a little bit worried about Kiko coming up from B side up the rope and across the bridge. And the flank coming in from Mystic. Man.
Not bad.
I think that's like a 148 and 4 or something, right? That's so sad. Take the upper, yeah. We need this for the next round, guys.
Yampi's got his
He's got his
as well.
Where did you come from? Call of Duty?
All right, don't out my shame. That's why I'm so toxic. Anyway, Liquid back in. We have 2 Guardians. We have a Sheriff, Ghost, and a Classic. So again, trying to scrape something together. And Yampi doing his best Enzo impression. Logan, why are you so damn good with a Sheriff? Show me some more. That's unfortunate. There was 4 men on the other side, but I like the attempt. But basically got B on a platter here. cutting the map in a whole new way. It's not comfortable, but Enzo, who are you?
That's why he wanted that op picked up.
Pick that thing up. I'm not done.
Oh, he can spam him too.
I was
Nats.
really hoping. Nats.
Why?
No fun allowed, Nats. Poor old Enzo. He never gets to have fun like this. You know what I mean? He gets to play an Odin and be like, oh, I'll put a dart down. Let him have a bit of fun. Whalers. Oof. How are you meant to deal with this? Oh, that's it.
2 more of those and
yeah,
you're
just
good.
keep going. Keep going. Nah, the time's not going well, man. This is a bitter pill to swallow. I was sucking on lemons at this point. 45 HP. Nats just being nasty. Nats. That's, oh, God. Nats.
Classic overheating there.
Ugh. Nasty boy. Bloody hell, this is 8-1.
Remember when the shorty was 150?
I don't want to talk about those days.
Those were the best days. Actually, Bucky 1-pump days was the best, but we did get to see Kiko get a Bucky kill this game.
That's true. It's
This
true.
series.
God.
Nothing. Why he dropping? Why he's not trying to win the round?
Oh, it feels like I need to call the bully hunters or something. 8-1. Ults galore coming online. Liquid going from strength to strength. This is a team that's motivated, that has a goal in mind. Their path, it can't be defined
man,
by this
that's dirty.
game. Oh dear, yep. And well, anything more? All good for now, yeah. Kiko on the site, having a little wander. No one's here. Easy time. Wall gonna go up. Kiko. Woo! That's a climber like Ivy, but he does go down. Red's gonna be invested there, so a second chance at life. But still, they've got the site, gonna get the plant. They try to get a pick prior to the retake. Or the plant itself, really, but as it stands, they give you the full force here. Rifles out, operator out, and they start clearing house. Nice from Gentlemates. There's still a while. Kiko left on the side, but Bears doesn't care. Yampi's connecting further back. You see Enzo checking, see no one's nearby yet. Still, number advantage in favor to Gentlemates. This is a really big opportunity for them, but it's all in one man's hands. Yampi position noted, 2 bullets to play with. He's been outdone. Bears still doing what he can, still trying his best. Gentlemates make it to 2.
Not down and out yet. I thought the idea from Team Liquid was pretty cool. They have the dart coming from middle, going into screens from the back, the zoning ult from the Sova. If anyone's in the site, they're getting scanned and killed. I thought Team Liquid could get into the site for free, not lose anybody. Losing that first player, making the res investment come out early, that pop flash from Beaz, I think that sealed the deal. That was such a good flash. I don't know if that came in through the heaven or if it came from screens, but perfectly
Really nice.
laid them out.
Ooh, we got a 3-play stack on what looks like maybe the right place. A 3-2 split from Liquid
play?
2.
Let's play.
You've heard it. Tour de Force
Talk
out
us
in
with the
effect.
zone up.
Yeah, we get a bit of a fight on this one.
Here.
Viper tanked the drone, so they don't know the ops in play here either.
A selfless play coming in. There's a lot of bodies behind this. 3 players here. Now, is this weird enough? It's got him guessing. Logan, good for his, but he gets traded out now.
Here.
Yampi's got a puzzle in front of him. That's a dangerous walk on the wall, but he's made it through.
Here.
Spotted.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, Yampi! This guy mechanically is just ridiculous when he gets into it, but still, Takas, that operator is in play. He can stop this. He can be the one to maybe get a 3rd for Gentlemates here. So dangerous. Slow in, he's committed. Drawn the shot out as well, Mystic. Gonna be keeping his attention there, and he can't quite get the plant here. Denied by Mosh, even with the wall in play. Yampi needs to secure it. Oh my God, he's waiting for it. Trying to evade this. Oh, he's been caught, he's been captured. But Takas can't close the gap to it. It's still a 1v3, and Enzo, he doesn't need the operator, he's the outlaw right now. No sweat, no problems. And Team Liquid, God, they're having fun, and that's even scarier.
I'm just like expecting Liquid to at some point just pull out all the weird guns, like the attack side Judge,
Why
Stinger.
not? Why not?
Oh man, that's just dirty. Yampi's definitely feeling it though, and I think this is like, I mean, this makes a lot of sense why he'd be like, yo, take me off Killjoy,
Yeah.
put me on Chamber.
Let me loose.
Because I'm on Killjoy, I'm just walking up to mid every round anyway, so let me be on an agent where, you know, I can walk around with an op and I can whip out this side piece and flick one deke.
What?
Sheriff.
Yep.
Well, whatever, Headhunter.
There we go.
Sorry, yeah, we're getting there.
I said Deagle once, and they never let me forget it.
Who didn't?
The community, the other casters, you
Well.
know, yeah. Okay, well, AK in hand. Lovely shot from Kiko. Banger onto a Takas. Sights theirs. Can't use CS equivalents because it's a Viper's Pit and a lockdown. There's nothing that we have in that sort of form, but Kiko's going to carry on forward. He's going to try and deal with the lockdown, which he does, but he puts his life on the line for it. So still, he'll fall, but he gives him a chance to stay tucked on the site here. Looking for that res. Takas.
Okay.
Around the other side. What are you meant to do with this one? How do they get back in here? Going up through the rafters. 2 still in the pit and then 2 sitting deep. 2 shock darts for Enzo, so he can still buy time on this spike plant as well. And oh, Yampy, lovely connection towards Bayez. Oh, the backline's done enough and they still held their cards on the site. Liquid looking really in control. There's not much more to be saying, it's 10 rounds. That's it.
I mean, even there, Gentlemate's coming in for the retake. They're all looking at the floor trying to find out where that spike is. They're not even looking at where the enemies are, and Yampy's in the back lines picking them off. Nat's ready to come through his own Viper's Pit in the back. It's just, it's so one-sided right now. There is actually nothing else to say about it.
No, some of these games just go this way, and hey, credit to Liquid for looking this good, right? They've walked into what was a really good map, a recent map for Gentlemates that looked good with them. They showed massive improvement, showing they're a dangerous team, and I think we've seen glimpses of how mechanically dangerous Gentlemates are, but they just don't have that level of comfort when it's coming to what we're seeing in a matchup like this. It's a bit of a difference here. So for them, see what they can achieve. It starts with a pistol. Can they make a respectable scoreline out of this? Now on the attacking side, as of course Liquid on the defending side, but giving themselves the best opportunity here. Liquid, qualification not impossible.
Wait, he's really slipped.
Has he got a little rat corner to play from? Oh, the rat's been caught. Logan, again, you got to give credit here. Gentlemate's doing very nicely. Enzo, though, wants in on the action and leaves the body parts just scattering around the site. Takas, headshot delivered, but death comes a knocking in the form of Nats. Bayaz and Logan. Logan is a pistolero. This guy is nuts with this. Oh my god, the timing. I thought he might have had him there. Maybe even a tag. But if he's still alive, I'm not going to say it's not possible. Knife back on to Bayaz. Gets denied on that approach. Logan's down. Liquid, first in the second 2. This one is looking pretty much over.
Not even sure where Gentlemates goes from here. Team Liquid, their peak, their ceiling has always been high.
Yes.
It's just a matter of raising their skill floor. And we've seen them kind of like, oh, week to week, like, oh, they raised their floor. Oh, wait, no, they didn't. Oh, wait, yeah, they did. No, they didn't. They're looking really good right now. Like, if they're able to replicate this performance, what they're doing, find out and diagnose what they're doing right, playing together, hitting, well, obviously hitting their shots is always a nice one. Obviously hitting their shots is always a nice one to make, right? Just hit your shots. Oh my god.
Just hit your shots.
Just hit your shots.
Yeah, hey, there it is.
Why not?
I've been sat there watching watch parties for years trying to figure something out, and now you've made it so clear.
Just shoot back.
Just shoot back. It's like, why didn't you tell me this? Because look, like this could have been so much easier.
Have you considered aiming?
If you've seen me play, no. Kiko, ooh. Oh god, this just feels nasty. Bayaz is trying, bless him, bless his little socks. Oh god. Liquid making it 12, it's an Andalusia flawless. And that golden path, right, that golden road that opens up for them here is still possible. They've been clean with this, they could win. I mean, let's be honest, they're probably going to win in 2. Yes, their fate still rests in others' hands, but they are continuing to walk along this Yampy.
10 chances.
How many?
10.
10, should we, do you want?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Wait, replay, yeah, there we go. 10, nice. Nice. It should have been on the other side though. If you're really a
I think he goes right. No, is it there? No, I think he does it in the middle.
I don't know, man.
You were true.
I'm a tier 3 sub. Oh, tag. Oh, bloody. They are just not missing. The tank has found Yampy. There we are. First pick found. Stop the momentum a little bit. Tame Team Liquid.
Kiko, I mean, like, walking up, Sheriff Outlaw in hand.
Okay, another tag. How many heals can the tank go through?
40 seconds.
Look at where this map is. They are fighting in spawn. They're fighting in spawn and they're winning. Nats has pushed up. Oh god, okay. Logan gonna give them a little bit of a route maybe, but they got 50 seconds and they still haven't even looked at the site. They barely left the starting area. Ayla's waiting for another layer of aggression, but it's not coming from this side. Mystic getting curious, but he's not going to follow up. Well, I've lied. He's having a wander. Hello. I think they're going A.
Toxin screen down. Toxins going up.
Team Liquid is pure bullying on Gentle Mates. I mean, they have so many rounds to work with that why not go for all these, like,
30 seconds
just
left.
have fun and close it out whenever.
Oh, the flash. That flash was so good. We were complimenting some of those flashes before, but Mystic just carries on forward. He's going to get two, and now it's down to Whalers in a 1v2. What can one man do to try and deal? Oh, turn around. Turn around. 13-2.